Okay, so are you ready to dive into another deep dive?
Always ready for a deep dive, especially when it comes to Cassandra's tears. This series just keeps getting better and better.
Right, and this issue #6, I think it's safe to say this is like the climax of everything that's been building up.
Yeah, so the creators took all the tension, all the mystery, and just cranked it up to 11. You're on the edge of your seat from the very first page.
No kidding. So we jump right in and we find El Cal Mason, our pilot.
It's our intrepid pilot.
He's been captured.
Yeah, talk about a rough day at the office.
But here's the thing about Cal. Even though he's a prisoner, he's incredibly observant. Like, he's taking in every detail, every sound.
Like he's got a photographic memory or something?
Yeah, right. He's cataloging everything, names, roles. He even figures out they're on a ship called the Phoenix. And he's doing all of this while acting like he's totally clueless.
That's what's so great about Cal. He's resourceful, even when he's in a tight spot. It's like he knows he has to play it cool, but he's still gathering information, biding his time.
And then you got Sasha Tai. She's the leader of this whole operation, but there's something going on with her.
Oh yeah, she's got secrets.
She's definitely hiding something. And you get the feeling that whatever it is, it's connected to this whole Cassandra mystery.
And that's where things get really interesting. You've got this external conflict with Cal being a captive, but then there's this internal struggle that Sasha's dealing with. You can see it in every decision she makes, every word she speaks.
Oh, totally. And the supporting cast. Don't even get me started.
Oh, you mean like Trunk? He's a real charmer.
Right, like who does this guy think he is? And then there's Nesser, always listening in, gathering intel.
The guy's like a walk-in, talk-in surveillance camera.
I swear he's always in the right place at the wrong time. And then there's Monty, the ship's mechanic.
The elusive Mr. Mari. Always vanishes when things get heated.
Okay, so picture this. You're trapped on this spaceship, hurtling through space. There's this constant tension, this underlying suspicion.
Like no one knows who to trust. It's pressure cooker atmosphere.
Exactly, and Cal's right in the middle of it, trying to piece together why he was taken in the first place.
And don't forget what's happening back on the Gemini. We've got Penny and Admiral Showalter trying to figure out what happened to Cal, dealing with the fallout of his disappearance.
Right, it's like two separate stories running parallel to each other, each one adding another layer of intrigue to the overall mystery.
And just when you think you've got a handle on things, bam, the creators hit you with another twist.
Like that scene where Cal and Sasha are talking, it seems like a casual conversation.
But you can tell there's something else going on beneath the surface.
Totally. It's like they're circling each other, sizing each other up. And then Cal just drops this bombshell. He calls Sasha Cassandra.
And the look on her face,
Yeah.
priceless.
Right. It's like he just punched her in the gut with that name. You can tell it means something to her, something significant.
It's like he unlocked a hidden door in her mind. And whatever's behind that door, she doesn't want anyone to see it. It's brilliant storytelling.
It's like he knows exactly what buttons to push, you know what I mean?
And that's what makes this whole dynamic so fascinating. You've got Cal, who's supposed to be the one with all the disadvantages, right? He's the prisoner, he's the one in danger. But somehow, he's still managing to get under Sasha's skin. He's making her question herself. And that's got to be incredibly unsettling for someone like her, someone used to being in control.
Totally. And let's not forget, there's this underlying tension because of what happened earlier in the series, remember? Sasha's the one who pulled Cal out of that Van Duel attack. She saved his life.
Right, and the Van Duel, those guys are bad news. So
Yeah.
for her to risk everything to save a human pilot from them, you know had to be a tough decision.
Huge risk. And now you start to wonder, is she regretting it? Does she see Cal as a liability now? A loose end that needs to be tied up?
Especially the Trunk lurking in the background, right? Always ready to remind everyone that he's not afraid to dump a problem out of the nearest airlock.
Talk about chilling. Like one wrong move and Cal's space dust. But while all of this is going on with Cal and the Phoenix crew, let's not forget about Penny. She's back on the Gemini, and she's doing some serious digging into what happened to Cal.
She's like a dog with a bone, isn't she? Determined to uncover the truth no matter where it leads.
And boy, does it lead to some interesting places. Because she stumbles upon something huge, something that makes this whole situation even more complicated. Remember that abandoned settlement on Yar? The one where Cal was last seen before he vanished?
Oh, yeah, that's right. The one that had been completely wiped clean, like it was never even there.
Exactly. So Penny's been looking into that, and she uncovers evidence of this top secret project, the Cassandra Project.
And here's where the story takes a turn. We go from this action-packed space adventure to something much bigger, something with even higher stakes.
Yeah.
Because the Cassandra Project Well, it's not just some run-of-the-mill research program. This is about technology that could reshape entire planets.
I mean, talk about a game changer. Imagine the possibilities. You could terraform planets, make them habitable for humans, but then
There's
again,
always a but, isn't there?
right, what are the risks? What about the unintended consequences? It's like that old saying, with great power comes great responsibility.
And it's clear that someone in this story isn't too keen on sharing that responsibility. They want to keep this project under wraps, no matter the cost.
Yeah, and remember what happens to Penny just as she's getting close to the truth.
Oh man, don't remind me. Just as she's about to access those confidential files, boom, her screen goes dark.
Someone or something definitely doesn't want her poking around in their business. It's like they just hit her with a digital brick wall.
And that's where we're left hanging, right? And with all these questions swirling around, what are the true goals of the Cassandra project? Who's behind it all? And what did Penny see in those files before her screen went black?
So it's like they wanted to send her a message, right?
Loud and clear, yeah. Don't mess with the Cassandra project.
Exactly. So where does that leave us? I mean, we've got Cal stuck on this ship with a crew that's as unpredictable as a solar flare. We've got Sasha wrestling with her own demons, whatever those may be.
And don't forget Penny. She's out there somewhere, probably trying to reboot her computer, hoping she didn't just download a virus or something.
Right. It's like every time they get close to the truth, something or someone throws up another roadblock. So let's talk about the big question. Who or what is Cassandra?
Well, if we knew that, it wouldn't be much of a mystery, would it?
True, true. But it's clear that this name, this Cassandra, it holds the key to unlocking everything.
Yeah, it's like a code word or a trigger, especially for Sasha. Remember her reaction when Cal said
Who
it?
could I forget? It was like he just told her the world was ending.
Exactly. So what does it mean? Is Cassandra a person? A place? An event? We don't know yet, but the creators have definitely planted that seed of doubt.
And they've left us hanging on by a thread, waiting for answers. So what do you think happens next? Will Cal manage to escape the Phoenix? Will Sasha confront whatever it is she's running from?
And what about Penny? Will she be able to recover that data? Will she uncover the truth about the Cassandra project?
So many questions, and only issue #7 holds the answers. But hey, that's the beauty of a good serialized story, right? It keeps you coming back for more.
It's the ultimate cliffhanger.
It really is. And on that note, I think we've just about reached the end of our deep dive. But before we go, any final thoughts for our listeners out there eagerly awaiting the next installment of Cassandra's Tears?
I'd say buckle up, because something tells me this ride is about to get a whole lot bumpier.
I'm inclined to agree. So until next time, keep those scanners peeled and those minds open.